The mission of the house really is to kind of educate people on what is Georgetown. Who are some of the people that lived here? Why is it significant in the United States? And really some of the people that lived here and what did they do and the history of this part of the country. My name's Dave Gorman and I am a volunteer here at the Kaminski House that gives tours and helps out with other things. So the house was originally created in 1769 by Paul Trappier for his daughter. In 1769, Elizabeth, Paul's daughter, was still living with him, and she was 24 years old and unmarried, and he was getting married for the second time, and his second wife's name was Elizabeth also. So he wanted to give a house to his daughter so he wouldn't have two Elizabeths living in the same house. So he builds a house for her and gives her the house, which was kind of unheard of at that time because women weren't supposed to own property. And that's one of the interesting facts about this house is the first three owners of the house were women. We've also had three mayors live in the house, including Harold, the last male owner, who actually was the only mayor to live in the house while he was mayor. The other two, they were mayor before they got the house. In around 1889, a man by the name of George Congdon buys the house, and he's actually the second mayor to live in the house after he was mayor. He's the one that is credited for adding the back of the house to the house. And he brings a kitchen inside the house. Through many owners, it finally came to the Kaminskis, Harold and Julia. Harold passed away first. In 1972, when Julia passed away, she wanted a museum to be made out of the house, and she left all of her possessions in the house to be included in the museum that we give tours with. Harold Kaminski was actually a Navy reservist that was at Pearl Harbor during the bombing at Pearl Harbor. And he had worked all evening, all night, and was the one that received word from the USS Ward that they just sunk a mini-sub and sends a destroyer to aid. The Kaminskis themselves, between 1946 around 1948, they're the ones that do what we see today at about 4,500 square feet inside. Where we're standing used to be part of the wraparound porch on the downstairs side. There was a wraparound porch on the upstairs side, and there was a second level porch in the house, which doesn't exist today. And the Kaminskis did all that work to bring the porch as an inside part of the house and then take off that second porch in the front of the house. It really represents how houses in the area have changed over time. I mean, there's 28 pre-Revolutionary War houses still standing here in Georgetown. And a lot of them are privately owned. Most of them are privately owned except for this one. So this gives you an idea how you could take a single style house, which was the common house back then, very modest house, and how you can change it over time and how the families have changed it over time and what they've created with them. And you know, taking 2,100 square feet and making it 4,500 square feet over time by what did they do? How did they add things? And things like that, the architecture involved in that. I mean, we still have the old cypress beams downstairs from the original house here. You know, we get people from all ages. We run programs for second graders. Majority of the people are history buffs that want to come in and see how people and hear the stories about the people that lived here. And really, if that's something that they want to look forward to, we'll be happy to bring them through the house and answer any questions as we go through. Most of the docents that are here, in fact, I'd say all of the docents that are here, have a good history or know who's lived here, what did they do. The furniture is well known amongst most of all of them so that they can give an idea. If somebody wants to know something, we'll get it to them.